But it is important to note that businesses go out of business. Most businesses, not just network marketing. And at the end of the day, there are some things you should look for in a network marketing company to either Hey, it's Lance McGowan here, and I have some breaking news for you. It just actually was released not too long ago, relatively. Actually, Jamberry, the network marketing company, or the nail wrap seller, shuts down, leaves thousands of sales reps in a jam, so to speak. Well, so what actually happened here is that Jamberry is a multi-level marketing company, and they are a marketer of nail wraps and other beauty products. And so they face accusations of stiffing thousands of non-employee salespeople after the company informed employees in a late-night email Wednesday, as of June 28th, that it was their official last day of work. And why am I sharing this with you? Well, I think this information is very relevant with regards to network marketing. So if you're if you're a wholesale customer or a distributor in a network marketing company, this is going to be relevant for you. Or if you're on the outside looking in, because businesses go out of business. Most businesses go out of business after 5 years. They've been around since 2008, but this is really important to consider. What's also very important is, even if you're an anti-MLMer, it's important to see why businesses go out of business, because whether you're part of a corporation, franchise, mom and pops, or network marketing, those are kind of like the four main business types anyway. It's important to get perspective on all this so you can kind of see how things work. And this is actually from CBS News right here, and I'll have the link in the description below so you can check it out. But they said in a message here, please come to the office at noon on Thursday for a discussion on what this means regarding health insurance, 401k, and other benefits. Mark Brown, Jamberry's Vice President of Human Resources, wrote in an email provided to CBS Money Watch. All right, so the fate of Jamberry's more than 50,000 non-employee sales consultants isn't clear. A memo sent to consultants Thursday afternoon confirmed that the Utah-based company is in foreclosure, and that any product, gift cards, swag, marketing, or event purchase made prior to 11:59 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on June 28th are ineligible for a refund from Jamberry. And so the company scrapped plans for an international conference plan for the Gaylord Resort in Nashville, Tennessee for later this year. And so what does this mean? Well, it also scrapped incentive trips to Costa Rica and Thailand for top performers. So a group of elite Jamberry representatives complained in a video posted on YouTube on June 19th that they were having serious shipping issues, and that the Utah-based company was later than expected on our last two commissions. The video said, I'll just stop right here and just say, that's typically the telltale signs that a company is experiencing either growing pains because they're growing fast, which is not necessarily a bad thing. They just have to scale up and figure out the systems and people to put in place to make sure that they can handle that growth. Or they're actually having trouble with regards to their systems and people, or maybe even cash flow and being able to pay those things out, which could be a huge red flag. So I would, at least bare minimum, it would be a red flag, but it could either be to growing pains due to high demand, low supply kind of things, and systems issues and people issues, or it could be that they're on their way out. And in this case, it was on their way out. All right, so we'll continue here. And so they said, the video said Jamberry had quit communicating with the reps and questioned whether anyone was managing the company's day-to-day operations. Okay, so things were kind of falling apart according to that. We hope and pray that Jamberry will continue shipping and continue to pay us, is what they said. According to the video, which was posted by Rachel Hughes, a North Carolina sales rep, but doesn't identify the speaker, Hughes declined to comment for the story. So some sales reps on Thursday indicated in posts in a members-only Facebook page that they expect to continue selling Jamberry products under the management of M Network. So a seller of nutritional supplements that has said it recently acquired certain assets of Jamberry. A person with access to Facebook group provided information on it to CBS Money Watch. According to a frequently asked question M Network released Thursday, it said Jamberry consultants were welcome to join its company. So M Network plans to offer Jamberry products soon. As of Thursday, Jamberry's website appeared to be running and taking orders, so they're already kind of transitioning to that company. And this also happened to Monavi. They were bought off by Jeunesse, and they had cash flow issues, a lot of debt. And so that can kind of happen. So when a network marketing company has a lot of debt, they're not able to provide the level of service with their shipping, and then they also aren't paying commissions. Those are probably three really big red flags that you should definitely know about when on the front end, because I have a video planned about somebody who just joined another network marketing company and they're brand new. And the rule of thumb is you kind of want to wait, ideally, unless you have that insider knowledge about, shipping times as well as debt level and then also ability to meet, commissions, then you probably want to wait about 5 years to make sure their systems are in place and their training materials are kind of ironed out. Because if not, you're just going to go through a lot of issues. Yes, it's cool to be on the ground floor of a new network marketing business, but at the same time, you want to make sure they got their ducks in a row and they can not just last 8 years, which is about how long Jamberry lasted, but they last the next 50 to 60, maybe even 100 plus years, right? So that's really what you want to look for. Anyways, we'll continue here. And so as of Thursday, Jamberry's website appeared to be running and taking orders. Efforts to reach Jamberry, which is based in Fork, Utah, were unsuccessful. And so M-Network CEO Ryan Anderson said in an interview before the company's deal with Jamberry was disclosed, he said, "I honestly don't know what the bank plans on doing with their agreements with the sales consultants. Many have chosen to move on to other companies, and others are holding on to hope that something will still exist of Jamberry." And so that typically happens as well. It's like, do you want to stay or should you go? Should you stay or should you go, right? And that is a potential good opportunity to, if you're a top distributor or even just a distributor, it doesn't matter, and you still have that, that itch or that desire or that passion to help people in a network marketing based context, at least you can apply all your learnings once you find the person, product, and company that you know, like, and trust. Obviously that's going to be important as well. But yes, here we go. It continues. Jamberry started out less than a decade ago, about 8 years according to this, in 2010, as an idea of three cost-conscious Utah sisters, Lindsay Ekstrom, Christy Hempworth, and Carrie Evans are their names, who did not want to pay salon prices for manicures and pedicures. It became an international beauty brand with consultants in US, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. Yeah, so those are some top English-speaking markets. I would add UK into there, but it's saying that, at least not in this article, that they went there. Like other multi-level marketers or MLMs, such as fashion seller LuLaRoe. Jamberry's success is due to its savvy use of social media such as Facebook and Instagram, along with encouraging sales reps to hold parties in their homes. Yes, so hosting parties is kind of the tried and true way to basically share more naturally in a word of mouth or referral-based marketing system. And so it says here, the original owner sold a majority stake in Jamberry to outside investors a few years ago. So that's kind of a red flag, and this actually just came off here. So, all right, let's put this back on. We're back in the game here. Okay, little technical difficulties. First world problems. Hashtag first world problems. All right, here we go. So basically the owner sold a majority stake in Jamberry to outside investors a few years ago, so that's kind of a red flag as well. You definitely want to keep ownership within the company. They may have done that because of cash flow reasons, but again, without being on the inside, I don't know. But you definitely want owners to keep the majority stake of the company, not sell it off so that they remain and keep control, especially for quality purposes and longevity purposes as well. It says, according to Anderson of the M Network, that's what happened. His company acquired certain assets of Jamberry and wasn't interested in a merger, he said, declining to be more specific. M Network plans on launching a personalized beauty brand and a line of products this year, Anderson wrote in a message to CBS Money Watch. Jamberry's nail wraps, which retail for $15, are thin vinyl sheets with designs on them and can last for up to 2 weeks on your fingers and 4 weeks on your toes. Its products receive positive coverage from Self, Glamour, and BuzzFeed, among other sites. Jamberry also sells a line of other, or sold a line, of other beauty and hair care products. From the beginning, the company's great challenge has been every company's dream: overwhelming demand. As I talked about earlier, meeting demand is also the challenge, so scaling up basically from a systems and people standpoint. According to trade publication Direct Selling News, to keep up with demand, it said the company explored new manufacturing options, leading to initial bottlenecks and quality issues. So that's definitely some manufacturing issues. And it also depends if you outsource that to a co-packer or third party, if you keep it in-house, or if it's international. So there's, a lot of stuff that I don't know here, but being in that whole consumer packaged goods industry for myself for like 7 years, I kind of understand this a little bit, at least from an operations perspective. The company has worked out those kinks, is what it said, but what about cash flow? That's the only thing I'm wondering here. MLMs like Jamberry sell their products via non-employee distributors or independent contractors who can earn money both by selling products and recruiting other members to sales teams. So that's the more traditional network marketing, recruit and sell type of model, but they're just giving some education on that. and I'm giving a little bit more education on the different types of network marketing companies. All right, it says other businesses that use this model, like LuLaRoe, which have been accused in a lawsuit of being a pyramid scheme. So that is actually dispelled, but it says here, along with Amway, Mary Kay Cosmetics, and Pamper Chef, which is owned by Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway. So Warren Buffett, one of the top 10 richest men in the world, does see value in network marketing. So if you're a doubter, then definitely that is part of one of his portfolio options with regards to network marketing companies. But yeah, a company is not a pyramid scheme if they exchange real products for money. If they exchange money for recruiting or headcount, then it's illegal. That's according to the FTC. So that is something to keep in mind as well, especially when you're looking for the person, product, and company in a MLM or network marketing company, or if you're anti-MLM and just automatically assuming everything is a pyramid scheme just because it is a network marketing company or MLM. You know, there's has to be facts, not fears, based on stuff, and both sides of the facts. Can't just say I'm anti-MLM and just say it's a pyramid scheme because of this and this. It's like, let's be objective. Let's look at both sides of the coin. What's the other side's argument? Let's propose those. Let's be reasonable, and let's, you know, you can still have your opinion. But let's be more objective. That's my call to like everyone, like be more objective. Obviously you're going to be subjective. You're going to have your own opinions and thoughts and based on your values and beliefs, but let's stick to the facts, especially when we're trying to come to accurate conclusions. If we want to come to subjective, inaccurate conclusions that are overhyped or like very persuasive, then yes, say whatever you want, I don't care. But if you want to come to accurate conclusions based on facts, there you go. Anyways, here we go. I digress, as I usually do. All right, the writing has clearly been on the wall for Jamberry for a while. They have been offering special deals nonstop this year. That's not necessarily the writing on the wall part, but said the Anti-MLM Coalition and industry critics citing cut price offers for consultant startup packages, flash sales, one after the other, and cheap sign-up for their style VIP package. When the M Network announced its alliance with Jamberry, executives at M Network heaped praise on its new partner. They bragged in a May 22 YouTube video that the cultural fit among the MLMs was so strong that it was like looking in a mirror, said Dave Webb, M Network's senior vice president, who described himself as giddy about the deal. The good feelings, however, proved to be fleeting after the agreement failed to close as expected this month. And again, this was dated June 28th, 2018. And so another MLM went out of business, and we ultimately don't know the exact root cause because I'm not on the inside scoop on there, but they, you know, said foreclosure. And whenever I hear that, it's huge. I mean, most businesses go out of business because they run out of money, basically, or cash flow. They don't have enough money to pay for the expenses, which part of that is commissions. And, you know, they have obviously manufacturing costs and salary and overhead and insurances and product costs and inventory and all that stuff money gets tied up with. So that's one of the main reasons businesses go out of business. That's why I'm basically assuming that, but I could be wrong in this case. That's why they also got bought out, and maybe that's why they also sold a majority stake of their company to another company, because they needed the money. So that is that, and who knows, hopefully they do pay their distributors. If they don't, then it's just kind of, it happens. I, you know, don't want to be, you know, apathetic about it, but yeah, I mean, that's people losing money, and that happens. But that's why it's also important to look at a company. Like the company I'm with, they don't have any debt, so they're debt free. Okay, so that's huge. They do pay their commissions on time, and they also make sure that they're going on their 10th year anniversary this year. So they've been, you know, they've passed the 5-year hump, and so did Jamberry. They passed the 5-year hump too. But there's also, the owners aren't going public, and they haven't sold to private owners either. So the owners want to keep the control of the business, the 7 founders. So that's really huge when you're looking at, hey, what are all the good things about a company that make it successful? So Jamberry didn't have those things. I actually wasn't too much aware of Jamberry until I read this article and came across it. But it is important to note that businesses go out of business. Most businesses, not just network marketing. And at the end of the day, there are some things you should look for in a network marketing company to either join one as a customer or distributor, or stay in one as well. And the company I'm with, fortunately, has all green lights, so that's what's the good news. And I, you know, didn't have that information on the front end, but now I know that information, and it's really great to share with other people to kind of like just like in sales, you kind of have to pre-qualify prospects to make sure they're a good fit. I think you should, customers should do that too with companies that they're looking to be a part of, customer-wise or distributor-wise. And I think those are the things, right? Financial stability, debt-free, ability to pay out commissions, being in business at least 5 years. That's also very helpful to see they have longevity. Do they have ironed out training tools and resources and handouts? There's a lot of stuff in there, and when they do, then it becomes more like a franchise model, and franchises is the most successful, one of the most successful business models out there, because it's basically a manual that you just open up and you just have to do. Once you got the systems, then it's just finding the right people. So, well, that's it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, got another perspective, learned about maybe how to qualify or pre-qualify a business, whether it be network marketing or other businesses. Those principles also apply for corporations and franchises and mom and pop shops too. But hit the like button if you got some value, or if you did enjoy the video. Hit subscribe if you haven't already done so for future video updates, and check out the link in the description below so you can check out the article or watch some of my other videos, and I'll see you in the next video.